met you at a county fair, August heat in the evening air. You laughed when I lost that ring toss game. You said, boy, you aim like you're half asleep. Cotton candy on your cheek, right there I learned your name. You had boots older than that dress, frayed ham, little sunflower mess, dust on the toes like you'd been everywhere. And I asked if you'd save me one slow song. You said maybe if you sing along. I swore I'd find the nerve somewhere. Now it's dust on my boots, you and my heart, and mud on this truck, but it still starts. Every road I take just leads me back to you. From that rusted gate on your daddy's land to a folded note in your working hand, baby, every mile and scar is proof I've got dust on my boots, but I've got you. First date was that gravel road, tailgate down, sky full of gold. You traced your name in the fogged up rear view glass. You said, promise me you won't forget every sunset that we ain't seen yet. I said, darling, time can take its chance. We talked about leaving this one-stop town, but your mom got sick, you stayed around. I learned love ain't big plans, it's little things, like folding shirts in that old shop light, counting change late into the night. You still wore that fairground ring. Dust on my boots, you and my heart, grease on my hands from this worn out pod, fixing up dreams that we drive until they're through. From that corner booth at the only bar to a midnight call under scattered stars, baby, every hot day pulled us through. I've got dust on my boots, but I've got you. I've got you. Year 3 brought a thunderstorm. House went dark, but our hands stayed warm. We danced round candles on the kitchen floor. Your laugh said, look, the world's gone black, still can't shake this fool off my back. I said, he ain't running anymore. We didn't have much, but we had grace. Hand-me-down couch, tiny place, roof like to leak when the rain came hard. You taped a bucket above our bed, said we'll call it music instead, and we fell asleep to that dripping hard. Dust on my boots, you and my heart, rain in a pan like a fragile art. We turned every crack into something shining through. From the grocery list on a crumpled note to the coffee stain on your Sunday coat, baby, every little stain was me and you. I've got dust on my boots, but I've got you. I've got you, but I've got you. People talk big about roses and diamonds, champagne, high city slick timing, but love's in the quiet when the paychecks are thin. In a late night drive when you're too tired to smile and you still reach over that last half mile, lay your head on my shoulder again. I still see you in that porch light glow, rocking chair, my old banjo. You hum off key just to watch me grin. You read those books with your tired eyes, circle houses we can't afford to buy, then draw a heart around the one we're in. Dust on my boots, you and my heart, paint on your hands from your wild day art, turning these plain walls into some sweet view. From a Monday stew in that dented pot to the garden rose in our backyard plot, baby, every crooked line runs straight to you. old dirt track, some days smooth, some days crack. We hit some holes that almost broke our frame. That winter your daddy passed on slow. You wore his jacket in the snow, cried in the truck till you said my name. You were wiping down tables at closing time. Neon clock said midnight. You said I'm just fine. I was nursing my coffee, trying not to stare. Boots on the rail, heart hanging in the air. You laughed at my jokes that weren't that good. Said you talked too much the way a stranger would. But you topped off my cup and you stole my hat. Said if you want this back, you know where I'm at. Take me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the fences that you built so high, past the hurts you swear you left behind. I don't need a map or a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. First day was a booth by the kitchen door. You said I don't dress up, this is who I am for sure. You were nervous with your hands spinning that straw. I was terrified you'd see every crack and flaw. We talking about Sunday and old mistakes, the kind of trust it breaks and what it takes. You said people leave when the road gets rough. I said baby I'm a fool that stays too much. So take me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the fences that you built so high, past the hurts you swear you left behind. I don't need a map or a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. You showed me your daddy's old fishing place, half fallen dock in his tackle case. Said he drank too hard and he loved too loud. Then you stared at the sky like it was a crowd. I skipped a stone but it just sank down. You said that's more like him than some saint in town. I wrapped you in my jacket when the wind got cold. You whispered I'm not easy, I'm just kind of old. You said my story ain't pretty, it's a scrapyard piled high. I said girl, it's your city, I'm just driving by. Let me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the empty nights and goodbye calls, past the names you carved on bedroom walls. I don't need a map or a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. Year one flew by in a single song. Spring turned to summer, then autumn long. We were painting that bedroom eggshell white, arguing colors and making up all night. You cried in the driveway in your mama's dress, holding that picture from a past you guessed. You said I'm scared you'll find somebody new. I pulled you close and said that ain't what I do. I said I've known the view from leaving, I slept in the cab alone, but with your head on my hoodie every highway feels like home. So I'm staying on these back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the I don't care you like to say, to hide the part of you that hopes I'll stay. I don't need a map or a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. near broke, living off tips and secondhand smoke. You took extra shifts, I worked overtime. We buried our anger under dollar signs. Dishes like mountains in the kitchen sink. Both of us too tired to talk or think till one late. You showed up late to your sister's wedding, hair pinned up with a pencil you found, boots in your hand, heels in your purse, laughing too loud, spin around. You said these boots ain't even mine, I just kinda borrowed their shine. I thought, if that's how you treat leather, how you gonna handle a heart like mine? Took my hand like Sunday morning, soft and sure and a little shy. You said I don't dance, but I'll try for you under those cheap string lights. Now every step's a small forever, every song keeps turning into one more try. Guess I was wrong about borrowed boots, 'cause you've been walking with me all this time. Summer rolled in on a rusted Chevy. You pulled up, radio stuck on one song, window stuck too, so you had to shout, get in, this drive won't be long. We got lost twice past Miller's pasture, gravel popping fireflies and flight. You pointed out every house you wanted, I just watched your face in the porch light. You took my doubts like Sunday laundry, hung them out in the open sky. You said let the wind say what it wants to, we just watched those minutes drive. Now every mile's a soft confession, every back road turns into a sign. Guess I was wrong about borrowed time, 'cause you make every second feel like mine. Mama cried when the dog got older, you held her hand on the kitchen floor. I fixed the screen that kept on sticking, you whispered thank you and nothing more. Later that night in the driveway gravel, you kicked a stone, tried not to tear up. Said I'm scared of losing folks I'm loving. I said darling, we're just filling up. You took my fear like black coffee, poured it out, filled my cup with light. You said we can't keep anything forever, but we can hold on to tonight. Now every ache's a kind of blessing, every crack lets me see you fight. Guess I was wrong about breakable things, you turned my pieces into something right. We've had slammed doors, late night phone calls, rain in the bedroom where the roof leaked through. We've had birthdays I almost ruined, saying the wrong thing at the worst time too. But somehow you keep choosing this crooked road with all its signs. You keep showing up in borrowed boots, and somehow they fit just fine. Oh yeah. So take my name like Sunday letters, written slow on a back porch line. You said I ain't perfect, but I'm trying. I said perfect never crossed my mind. Now every scar's a secret language, every laugh's a little proof we survived. Guess I was wrong about stories ending, 'cause ours keeps adding one more line. We got a place with a leaning mailbox, paint flakes off when the seasons change. You plant flowers in crooked circles, say I like them wild, can't keep them tame. There's a dent in the fridge from moving day, where we dropped it and almost cried. Now it's our favorite stupid memory of how we learn as we collide. You take my days like Polaroids, baby, shaking color into every frame. You said we're gonna age, might as well enjoy it, laugh at each wrinkle, each middle name. Now every dish in the sink is a promise. Every mess that we make feels like a sign. Guess I was wrong about picture perfect. I just want your chaos tangled with mine. Storm came through on a Monday evening, lightning walking across the field. Power went out, you found some candles, said guess our plans are kinda sealed. We played cards till the deck got tired, told old stories in that waxy glow. You traced our heart on the dusty table, whispered there's something you should know. You took my breath like sudden thunder, held it close and let it go slow. You said if you want me, might as well into it. And I fed each wrinkle, each middle name. Now every dish in the sink is a promise. Every mess that we make feels like a sign. Guess I was wrong about picture perfect. I just want your chaos tangled with mine.
The smoke's dancing in the sunbeam through the kitchen pane, just like it did that summer when the world felt fresh as rain. Your mama's apron on the hook, the scent of biscuits warm, and outside the cicadas coming through the coming storm. We were young, we were foolish, we were brave, we were bold. Story in the making, waiting to unfold. Oh, that faded photograph creased right down the middle. You with your shy smile, me with my old fiddle. Time might blur the edges and the colors might all fade, but the memory of your hand in mine, that's a promise never made. Yeah, a promise never made. We'd walk down to the creek bed where the willows hung so low, watch the minnows dart and shimmer in the current's gentle flow. You point out every wildflower and give each one a silly name, while I carve our initials in a sycamore tree's frame. That tree's still standing tall now, testament to time. Just like the love we planted, the ceiling so sublime. On the porch swing, the crickets starting their tune, talking about our future beneath the harvest moon. You'd lay your head upon my chest, I feel your steady beat, swearing we conquer mountains with calloused hands and feet. We didn't have as a promise heaven made. Yeah, promise heaven made. Then came the lean years when the crops just wouldn't grow. The worry etched around your eyes, a silent, weary show. But you never once complained, never let your spirit bend. Always found a silver lining right up till the very end. You'd hum a gospel hymn low while patching up my jeans. The strongest woman I ever knew, it truly saved. Dancing, oh, that faded photograph. Oh, that faded faded photograph. Oh, that faded You were pouring coffee at the Flying J. Name on your tag said ain't your rate. You laughed when I asked if you believed in fate. Said only when it shows up early, never late. Boots on, towel, rain on, diesel tanks. Your hair tucked up in that ball cap, thanks for the extra cream and the second glance, for the quiet maybe in a stranger's tent. You're the back roads of my heart, girl, the long way home. I always take every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn. anymore. First day Friday at the county fair, you said I hate crowds, but you met me there. Grease on the fingers from a paper plate, you stole my fry, said boy you're late. Ferris wheel shaking, when I reached the top he grabbed my arm, said please don't stop. Your ass found mine in the carnival line. I forgot every heartbreak I'd had that night. You're the back roads in my heart, girl, the long way home. I always take every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn that I make. Leads me right back to your front porch, to your bare feet on that old pine floor. You're the back roads of my heart, girl. I ain't searching anymore. Summer bled out to September gold, truck bed blankets when the nights turn cold. You traced your name in the window fog, said promise me we won't get lost in the fall. I showed you the spot where the river bends, where Daddy used to fish with his old best friends. You listened quiet when my boys turned raw, and kissed the hurt out of every scar you saw. I've been running from town to town, from one half smile to the next leg down. You said sit still, boy, feel that wind. Some things you don't outrun, you let them in. You're the back roads of my heart, girl, the long way home. I always take every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn that I make. Leads me right back to your front porch, to your bare feet on that old pine floor. You're the back roads of my heart, girl. I ain't searching anymore. We bought that house with the leaning shed, healing pain and a rustic bed. You laughed, said baby's just like us, a little run down, but it's worth the truth. Sun came up on a mess of pride, 2 mugs, 1 note on the counter side. You wrote, I'm still here, just had to breathe. I gon' walk out on the love we weave. You're the back roads of my heart, girl, the long way home. I always take every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn that I make. Leads me right back to your front porch, to your bare feet on that old pine floor. You're the back roads of my heart, girl. pouring drinks in a town I'd never heard of. Name tag crooked on your flannel shirt, laughing with the locals like you'd known them forever. I was just a stranger tracking down my herd. Boots full of gravel, dust on my jacket, truck full of boxes and goodbye plans. You slid me a coffee on the house real quiet, said you look tired, take a minute if you can. I wasn't looking for a long ride, just a tank of gas and a place to hide, but your smile turned a stop into a start. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads keep running to your heart. You asked what brought me way out where the map ends. I said just trying to outrun yesterday. You said I get that, but eventually it catches. Then you pointed out the window at the fields of hay. You said you can plant that pain or you can burn it. Either way it's gonna change the ground. I didn't know it then, but in that moment you were turning my whole story around. I wasn't looking for a long ride, just a tank of gas and a place to hide, but your voice turned a silence into art. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads keep running to your heart. You closed up early on a Tuesday night, said let's go watch the sun fall off that ridge. We sat on the tailgate sharing cold fried chicken, swinging worn out boots from that rusted bridge. You told me about the daddy that never came home, the first boy who left you at the county fair. How you learned to dance alone in your bedroom till you didn't need somebody standing there. And I've been the kind to leave before the leaving, to pull away before the engine starts, but you held your gaze like you believed in all the broken things inside my heart. I wasn't looking for a long ride, just a passing face on a quiet night, but your hand found mine in the dark. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads keep running to your heart. Painted that spare room a Sunday yellow. You hummed off key with the radio on. I tripped on the ladder, you laughed till you cried. I swear that sound could raise the dawn. Burned the first biscuit, smoked out the kitchen dog, tracking footprints on the hardwood floor. We kissed in the hallway through the sprinklers, dripping like we couldn't ask this life for more. Then your mama called crying on a Thursday, doctor's words heavy hanging in the air. You tried to fold the grief up, keep it tidy, but it felt like laundry on the kitchen chair. We drove through the night to that big white building. You stared at your hands, I watched you shake. I said I don't have answers, I just got presents. I'm not going anywhere, come whatever breaks. I wasn't made for all the right lines, I still get tongue-tied at the worst times, but you let my quiet do its part. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads. We've had storms that rattled every window, fights that left my truck door slammed, nights I slept face in the drywall, wondering who the hell I am. But every dawn there's coffee on the counter, the way you say my name so soft, and I remember in the small things that real love don't trade, it just costs. Last week I found a ring in a used case showcase, tiny little diamond with a crooked shine. Salesman said it ain't much, but it's honest, I said. Met you in a bar off Highway 9, neon on your face, but your eyes were kind. You laughed at my boots, said this ain't some rules. I said yeah, but tonight they're yours to hold. 2 cheap beers and a George Strait song. You were humming off key, so I sang along. We were both a little lonely, a little too true. Didn't know I was meeting the end of my blues. Now I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. I don't trust words, boys talk too sweet. I said give me some time and a front porch seat. So we sat there late, watching fireflies drift. You let down your guard like a slow sunrise shift. You told me about scars that you never showed. Your dad in his bottle, how you had to grow too fast, too soon. In a small town storm, I held your hand, promised to keep you warm. Now I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. All burst, we were broke as the jokes on my faded work shirt. You were dancing in socks on that flooded floor. Said if this is love, I don't need much more. Wrapped up in quilts that your mama stitched. Heat turned off, but the moonlight switched on every dream we were scared to chase. You drew a little house, scribbled our last name, and you asked me quiet, do you see this too? I laughed through the shiver, said I only see you. We didn't have much, but we had that night. Fingers laced tighter than the dark and the light. I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. We fought in the kitchen about a week-long trip. You wanted that ocean, I was glued to that gig. I said, baby, I'm trying to make life right. You said, life's right here, can we leave tonight? Slam doors, sharp words we didn't mean. Your eyes got quiet like a winter field scene. I sat on a step, hands in my hair. You came down with a suitcase and a whispered prayer. But you set the bag by the front porch light. Said, I'm still here, so let's get this right. We drew up a list on a napkin ring. Number 1 on the page, we choose us each thing. We learned to say sorry before it blew up. Swap pride for peace, poured it back in our cup. We were building a bridge over stubborn ground. Each I love you was another plank down. Now I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. One day we'll be old on that same front porch. You in your sweater my torch, still lighting up candles on your late night cake, still holding you close when your bones might. You were laughing at the window, coffee steam on your cheeks, bare feet on that old time, humming something off-key. Sun sneaking through the curtains, dust dancing in the air. I said, if this ain't heaven, then I don't think heaven's there. 'Cause I could sit on this front porch forever, watch your hair catch that late August sky. Every crack in this concrete is better with your hand in mine, letting the day roll by. If this old house falls down altogether, if the good times pack up and drive, I don't need much, just you and this weather, and a front porch forever by your side. You were mad about the dishes, I was late home from town. You talk with your hands flying, I just tried not to drown in the flood of your blue eyes, in the way your voice shakes when you think that I'm not listening, though I always stay. 'Cause I could sit on this front porch forever, even when thunder splits the sky. We can fight about nothing and then get better, losing find each other in the same old life. If this old house falls down altogether, if the good times pack up and drive, I don't need much, just you and this weather, and a front porch forever by your side. First time that you kissed me, truck door slammed too hard, color on the ceiling, from dancing to some song. Oh yeah, you fell asleep on newspapers, rolled up in my shirt. I carried you to our tangled sheets, swearing I'd never let you hurt. And the doctor said the word once, you just nodded, stay brave. You cut your hair in the bathroom, laughed and said less time to shave. I learned to tie bandanas, you learned to trust my lies, when I swore you looked like sunshine with that tired in your eyes. Every storm we walk through shaking, still your fingers laced with mine, turned our fear into a promise. One more day is still on time, and we just sat on this front porch together, counting pills and passing time. You'd say, tell me about forever, I'd say, girl, it looks like you tonight. If this old house falls down altogether, if the good times pack up and drive, I don't need much, just you and this weather, and a front porch forever by your side. There's a cracking step by your rocking chair from the night that you danced in the rain. There's a dent in the rail where you threw your ring when I forgot your birthday again. I'm sorry, there's a hard car summer cold, shoes by the door in piles, homework on the table, braces, tears, crooked smiles. You cried when our boy left for town 3 hours away. I held you on this old swing till the sky turned gray. Now it's quieter at supper time, just a clock and what we say. We move a little slower, let the songs all fade, but you still steal my flannel, claim it when the nights turn cold. You still reason why. There's a crack in the step by your rocking chair from the night that you danced in the rain. There's a dent in the rail where you threw your ring when I forgot your birthday again. I'm sorry. There's a hard card fade in the splintered wood, 2 initials, 1 July. Every mark on this porch tells the story of every reason why. Kids grew like summer corn, shoes by the door in piles, homework on the table, braces, tears, crooked smiles. You cried when our boy left for a town 3 hours away. I held you on this You were late to the diner on Main, hair in a knot, coffee stain on your sleeve. You laughed it off, said, guess it's my day. I thought, please, let this girl never leave. You stirred that cup like you had all year, told me your dreams, how you're scared to be seen. Neon name tag, tiny town fears. I just kept staring, you just kept being. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, you sat yourself down, turned a lonely booth into sacred ground. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done looking around. Found my forever just past sundown. We drove out past the county line sign, truck bed blankets, crickets humming soft. You traced your name on my rough, tired hand, said, promise me you ain't running off. You talked about leaving this town someday. I talked about coming wherever you go. You said words are cheap, hearts are paid in time. So I've been paying every mile, every road. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, you
sat yourself down, turned a lonely booth into sacred ground. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done looking around. Found my forever just past sundown. Your mama cried on our wedding day, tissue stuffed into that worn leather purse. Your daddy shook my hand a little too long, said I love her fierce, for better or worse. Your dress was simple, your smile was not, band in the corner, kids chasing fireflies. We said I do as the sky turned red. I swear I saw heaven in your eyes. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, you wore that white gown, turned an old barn floor into hallowed ground. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done looking around. Found my forever just past sundown. We fought one night about the bills and the rent, voices too sharp in that tiny hall. Door slammed hard, pictures shook on the wall. I went outside staring up at it all. You came out quiet in an old football shirt, bare feet cold on the splintered porch rail. You said I'm scared, I ain't giving enough. I said, darling, that thought's gonna fail. 'Cause it's burnt toast mornings, long work days, babies crying, we're both late again. But love's in the dishes, love's in the dust, love's in the choosing each other, my friend. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, when the world wears me down, you're the living room laugh, you're the soft steady sound. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done looking around. Found my forever just past sundown. One day these boards might creak under cane, silver in your hair, stories in our frames. We'll sit on this porch, counting porch light bugs, trading old jokes, trading old shrugs. I'll hold your hand, marked by the years, all of our failures, all of our cheers. You'll say we made it farther than we planned. I'll say I'd start it all over right where we began, at that same old diner on a Tuesday noon. You wipe a table, catch my eye still shy. I steal a sugar packet.
You were dust on my dashboard, coffee on my sleeve, laughing out the window at a world we had to leave. Sunday on the blacktop, your boots on my dash. You said love's just a moment, I swore it'd always last. We carved our names in oak wood by that rusted county bridge. You said you'd jump forever, if forever meant like this. I kissed your words quiet under harvest moon and smoke. You said, boy, just don't you promise things you can't hold like a rope. But I'm still halfway back to you on every two-lane that I drive through. Every now leaving sign feels like I'm leaving you behind. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile, I'm missing you. I turn the key, but the truth shines through. I'm still halfway back to you. You packed 2 broken suitcases, folded fury, folded hope. Took the magnet off the fridge, left your ring beside a note. Said I need someone steady, not a storm in a worn out jeans. I can't raise our kids on wishes and those half-remembered dreams. I watched your taillights shrinking like a prayer that came too late. Beer got warm there in my hand, my pride burned into shame. Neighbors watched through curtains like a small-town evening show. I just stood there in the gravel, let that gravel have my soul. 'Cause I'm still halfway back to you on every song the jukebox choose, every slow dance in this bar. I see your hands, I feel your scars. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile, I'm missing you. I spin in place like a truck can do. I'm still halfway back to you. I try to hate your leaving, try to curse your daddy's name, tried to blame this town, this house, tried to drown you in the rain. But your ghost drinks in my kitchen, wears my shirt and hums off key, reaching for that chip blue coffee cup like you're right here next to me. Oh, your toothbrush is on the counter, your dress hangs on the door. That grocery list you scribbled, still curled up on the floor. Milk eggs call mom flowers with a heart beside my name. I trace it with my thumb and wonder when forever changed its frame. Your mama meets me Fridays at that diner off the square. She still orders what you used to, leaves your portion in the chair. She says, boy, you look so tired, like you've driven through your youth. I stir my coffee, try to smile, but my eyes confess the truth, that I'm still halfway back to you on every future I walk through, every baby in a stroller, every hand on someone's shoulder. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile, I'm missing you. I swear I've changed if you only knew. I'm still halfway back to you. I quit the Friday poker, sold the boat, paid off the loan, fixed the screen door like you asked, hung some curtains in our home. There's a garden out there growing where your wildflowers used to be. I learned to follow planting seasons like you taught me patiently. I talk to you at sundown on that back porch swing that squeaks, tell you about the neighbor's dog, how the roof still leaks. I practice all my apologies on the wind and on my beer. I say, girl, I get it now, but you ain't here to hear. Still I'm halfway back to you through every choice I didn't choose, every slam door, every fight, when I pick being proud over being right. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile, I'm missing you. I'd trade this You were standing by the snow cone sign, July sun in your hair, melting time. I was all dust boots and busted pride, truck full of doubts trying hard to hide. You laughed at a stain on my old white tee, said it looks like trouble found a home in you and me. I said, girl, I'm a mess and a half, that's true. You said, good, I need a mess to see me through. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, head on my chest, stars in your eyes. Radio low, world driving by, but it all fades out when you pull me tight. If this is all I ever get from life, your hand in mine on a Tuesday night, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. First fight came on a cold fall day. You packed a bag, said, boy, I might just walk away. I watched your tail light shake my faith, sat in that driveway praying you'd hit the brakes. Phone lit up with your name half gone. You said, I'm at our spot, can we talk till dawn? I brought a blanket and a heart laid bare. You brought that stubborn hope, that crooked prayer. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, breath hanging, wide eyes red from crying. We argued soft, then we both went quiet. Then you leaned in close, said, baby, let's try it. If this is all I ever get from life, fighting and forgiven by truck bed light, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. We signed our names on a courthouse line. You wore boots under lace, I wore borrowed time. Your daddy shook my hand just once, said, son, don't you dare let this girl give up. Tiny kitchen with a leaking sink, bills stacking up faster than we could think. But you turned cheap wine into holy ground, bare feet, big grin, spinning me around, slow dance in a dirt road sky. Tile floor cold, but your love runs high, ceiling fan hum like a lullaby. You whisper, baby, we'll be alright. If this is all I ever get from life, your lipstick on my coffee side, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. Years slid by like rain down glass. Some dreams came, some dreams just passed. You wanted kids, I was scared to try. Said, what if I fail? You said, then we'll fly. First sun came in a midnight storm. You squeezed my hand till my faith felt torn. Doc held him up, I forgot my name, till you smiled, said, honey, he's got your way. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, hospital room, fluorescent light. We rocked that boy, sang off-key lines of every old hymn we could find. If this is all I ever get from life, your tired eyes and that baby's cry, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. Baseball games and broken bones, homework spread on the kitchen phone. You in sweats, hair pinned high, still the same girl from that county line. We missed some dates, we burned some toast. We kept on loving when we liked each other least and most. You'd fall asleep with the TV on, I'd mute the world just to hear you yawn. Tell me, how did a fool like me end up where your soft heart sleeps? Through every wrong turn, every lost sign, somehow your hand kept finding. Dust motes dance in the window light across the worn out kitchen floor.
Another Tuesday, another quiet night, just like 1,000 nights before.
Fading photographs, memories turn to gray, like the old screen door slowly falling away. A love song played too soft, a whisper in the breeze, just fading photographs. Bittersweet unease, that rocker creaks by the empty hearth where we once dreamed of forevermore. Now just a silent, lonely path to a life that ain't ours anymore.
I trace the lines around your smile in that picture from '83.
Fading photographs, memories turn to gray, like the old screen door slowly falling away. A love song played too soft, a whisper in the breeze, just fading photographs. Bittersweet unease. The garden plot overgrown with weeds, where your mama's roses used to bloom.
Now just a tangle of forgotten seeds,
Lost in the encroaching gloom.
coffee cup on the counter, lipstick stain from last July. Sun sneaks through the curtain, dust just dances in the light. Miss Wheeler on the chair back, one sleeve hanging to the floor. Funny how the little things still wait for you at that door. Yes, I'm still in love with you. Same old song, same old blues. Every road I walk on through somehow leads me back to you. I try to move on, try this town, but every street just circles round to a front porch, to that sundress, to the way your name still sounds. Still talking the same spot underneath that busted sign. Ray laughed about the letters, swore they'd fall on us in time. We grab fries from Middy's Dining, drive out where the black tie bends, watch the headlights disappear, talk like we were more than friends. Guess I'm still in love with you. Same old song, same old roots. Every road I walk on through somehow leads me back to you. I tried to move on, tried this town, but every turn just does.
Every drop spells out your name. Tell me, do you still remember? That's a town county fair. You got stuck up on the Ferris wheel and tangled in your hair. Guess I'm still in love with you. Same blue eyes, same old truth. Every plan I'm walking through feels like it was meant for two. I try to move on, tried this town, but every drink just wears me down. To that soft smile, to that soft sound, the way it made me still sounds. I say time is like a healer. I say time's a stubborn mule. Dragged you through the same old memories back behind that high school, where we carved our little initials in the bark of that old tree. You wrote forever's just a word, but it meant something then to me. Do you ever drive past there now? See two letters and a plus? Do you ever roll your window down? Feel something burning up like us? Guess I'm still in love with you. No matter what I say or do. Call the cup on, move on. The coffee cup on, move on. Cause I'm still in love with you. Yes, I'm still in love with you. No matter what I say or do. Like it rainbow. Yes, I'm still in love with you. Coffee cup on counter. Yes, I'm still in love with you. 'cause I'm still